Hello.
Do you feel we're moving further away from all the chemicals and dis-ease of
Yes.
biohazards?
Yes, the eyes have been awakened. People now see what is happening to this world.
And to our health?
Yes, because we are of this earth. I was once of this earth.
Where did you reside, and what time period?
We will tell you.
Thank you.
We were in Denmark. It was approximately the last time that we were here. It was approximately 1200. This was quite a long time ago.
So you have chosen now to remain in spirit as a guardian, as a channel to us to help raise the vibration?
Yes, specifically to Dianne.
Mm-hmm. And what drew you to Dianne?
It was back in Denmark when we were side by side as friends, and she chose not to stay in spirit but to continue here upon the earth. Mm-hmm. And the decision was made that I would stay with her.
So you've been with her throughout her life in this physical time?
Many lives. She has been unaware of us for most of them.
So you were one of her...
Yes, you know.
Yes. Could you...
This is why we like to play with our beard.
Because
I love it. It's still here.
Uh-huh. Which friend name did she call you by?
She did not say it exactly the way we would say it, but she called us Wreckaboom.
For some reason, that one always stood out to me.
Yes.
Tell me of your journey on the sea when you were in physical form.
We have had many journeys on the sea in physical form. We have also had journeys on other planets in physical form with yourself as well. We know of you.
Could you, and I feel like you already know what I'm going to ask, could you give me some insight to where I could be most helpful to Dianne, to others on this spiritual path, in the capacity and knowledge that I have to share?
Yes. There's one specific lifetime that we can think of that was very specific. You were a healer in that lifetime, as you have been in many, and we were there. I was there in physical form as a warrior, as a sailor, as a Viking, and Dianne was there as a Viking, but not as a man. She prefers to be a woman almost every lifetime. She was a shield maiden. She was our mate in that lifetime. And this is the last one that we had. She was very stubborn in this lifetime, as she tends to be now when it comes to taking others' advice. And you and I both told her that she must stay home and not go on the journey that we were about to embark on, for she was with child. But she insisted that it would make no difference. We left, and unfortunately, there was a great cold that winter, and there was much trouble. We couldn't unblock the ship. It is very hard to talk of this, but no matter what we did, she would not rest. She would not take care of her physical body. She insisted on helping with everyone to break the ice we can feel this is hard for her.
But it's also very healing.
There was a time when we had told her to stay as close to the ship as possible because she would not stay on the ship. And we had trusted that she would do as we had said. And we went to break the ice ahead from the ship. Unfortunately, we were unaware that there were some weaknesses that were already at play under the ice. And she fell through the ice and did not come back up. No matter how hard they tried to look for her, she could not be found.
So this is where I picked up in this lifetime, with your help and guidance, to bring her through the fear of going into the water again.
This is a great piece of it. There is fear of water. There is fear of losing children. There is fear of being too thin, for extra weight would keep her warm in the water. But she did not have it in that lifetime.
That makes sense.
This is something she has not known until this moment. We thank you for assisting with this.
We survived that lifetime together, correct?
Yes.
I was a male in that lifetime.
Yes, you were.
We were a team, as I recall.
Yes, we had several.
You were the captain of the ship.
Not quite the captain. There was someone that was the captain of the ship. It was not me. Do you know who it was?
The feelings in my body and the emotion that's coming up.
It was you.
I feel like I made a wrong decision. Can you help me with that?
This is also why you did not move on after that lifetime. The three of us could have moved and stayed in spirit, but the two of you had much pain that you could not release.
Can you help me to release that now? Something horrendous happened on that ship.
Yes. There are many things that happened on that voyage. After we lost Dianne in this way, there was great grief, not just among us, but among the crew. There were arguments and anger, much anger. Eventually, the ice broke, and we did make it through to land, but it was a forsaken place without food. Do you remember some of what occurred?
I remember being cold all the time and not finding protein or vegetable or plant life, and we starved.
Yes.
We starved to death.
There were some who resorted to cannibalism. Yes. And you felt guilty for this, even though you did not partake. Eventually, the crew passed.
I felt you a brother, as I feel toward Dianne as a sister.
Yes.
I trusted you with my life.
Yes.
I looked to you for truth and guidance. because I always felt that even as a captain, one person cannot handle everything. Therefore, I trusted my crew.
Yes. But then
human nature took over.
yes, and there was dissension among the crew. And then you could no longer trust them.
But I always felt a trust with you.
Yes. But there is trust that has to be worked on
With
in this lifetime as well.
with
And a sense of loss for you. You have to work on trusting.
people.
Yes. Certain people in particular.
As in family.
Yes. That were part of the crew. There's one in particular.
My mother.
Yes. She was also a male.
She still is. Her energetic field
She was one of the ones.
that took to cannibalism.
Yes.
And that's where our trust issues come in.
Yes. And pushed others to do the same.
As she pushes others today.
And could not understand why you would not partake.
Thank you.
Your ideals were higher. There were approximately 7 of us who did not eat. And unfortunately, we perished first.
Allowing the others to live.
Yes.
She took my place.
And then she perished as well. Not one soul lived.
And what great land was this where we had landed?
It was Greenland.
And that's why I was guided to Florida.
Yes, where things are warm.
Tell me, I feel like I was always a man of thought and enjoyed smoking a pipe.
In most of your lifetimes, yes.
You did not.
I did not enjoy smoking a pipe. Now, are we talking about Dianne, or are we talking about...
No, we're talking about you.
No, I did not enjoy smoking a pipe. But I have been both, male and female, in my lifetimes. But these lifetimes ended with that one.
Do you feel you're ever going to take on a physical being?
No, not on this earth.
You have been extraterrestrial.
Yes, and will be again.
Yes.
I choose to help from this side now.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
You have brought great meaning to my life as it is now.
We hope this will help. Both of you. We can feel the emotion that Dianne felt as we spoke.
So her conscious awareness is not aware of this particular lifetime, because I don't remember
No.
she knew she went under the water.
No, she has only had one other lifetime that she remembers going under the water. And this was the one just prior to the one she's in now. She also passed from drowning. But this was murder in that lifetime.
Due to what occurrence?
This was in the 1920s, and her father did many things that were illegal at the time. They lived in a big city, Chicago, I believe, and she found out what was going on that was being hidden from her whole life. And she collected evidence and was about to pass it on to the government. And her father had her murdered. She was kidnapped and then murdered. And when they pulled her out of the water, she has a memory of this moment. It was shown to her in a dream. In this moment, her husband now was her brother then, and he had gone looking for her, but he was too late, and he stood at a distance on top of a building, watching all the police cars and the activity at the dock. This dream is one that helped bring them together in this lifetime.
And it was a happy reunion.
Now.
Now.
Yes.
Thank you. And for now.
Thank you. Much joy.